Have you recently went out and got your mail, most likely probably even today, and then you come back with a pile of mail, and then you got to sort through it? A lot of it's junk mail. What do we do with that stuff? We end up tossing it in the trash. But then there's probably a plain white envelope with a little bit of writing on there. We open it up, may not open it up, we toss it out, pull out this fake looking debit card. Then all of a sudden, we might even ask our significant other, hey honey, did you apply for a credit card or a debit card?
No, I didn't.
Shit, well, I'm gonna throw it away because I didn't do it and I don't want no card. And I definitely don't want my significant other to have a card, right? Well, guess what? That might be your economic impact payment as your stimulus check in the form of a debit card. If you haven't heard, that's right, the IRS is now sending out stimulus payments in a debit card. If you haven't seen my other video, I'll go ahead and put the link down below so you can go check it out. I talk about the top 9 questions regarding the EIP card. Here in this video, I'm going to talk about other questions that I got from you guys that I'm going to cover. What happens if I threw out my debit card? And what happens if the card has my wrong name on it? And steps to setting up your card once you get it. And how do I transfer money from the card to my bank account if I don't want the money on the card anymore? What happens if I don't activate the card? Can I get a paper check in the mail? And will the damn card mess up my credit score if I don't use it or if I overuse it? We're going to answer those questions. Stay tuned. Hi, my name is William with Taxxaminer Tax Services, and I'm a certified registered tax preparer. If you would like to continue receiving more content just like this, consider subscribing and hitting the notification bell so that way you're notified when new information is available. So let's stop talking and let's get into the video. What the hell is the IRS thinking, sending out 4 million prepaid debit cards to people in replace of their stimulus paper check? They should at least notify people in advance by mail or somehow broadcast it out by the media sooner to let everybody know that, hey, you may be receiving a prepaid debit card and it looks like this and it's coming from so-and-so, so that way don't toss it in the trash. Now they've already mailed these cards out, and hindsight, we're all talking about it, letting people know. But unfortunately, there are many people out there like you who's let me know that they've already shredded it and tossed it in the trash because they thought it was fake and bogus or spam mail, so they wanted nothing to do with it. What are you supposed to do to fix this problem? Unfortunately, there's not much hope as of right now. I've called the 800 number, which is 1-800-240-8100. That goes to the MoneyNetwork website, and there hasn't been much hope. When you get through to the menu system and it gives you the option to select, have you received your card, have you not received your card, lost or stolen? If you don't know the 16-digit number, it's not giving you much information whatsoever. And then as you go through the menu system, it hangs up on you. I've tried like 8 or 9 times to get through with no hope. There has been people that's reported multiple times on different forum boards and Reddit where nobody's having any success of finding a way to get a replacement card if they haven't activated it yet. On the website, it does give us a physical address that we can contact them by mail. That might be the only resort for us to do that. I would highly recommend, if you are one of those people who've shredded it or destroyed or disregarded your EIP card without activating it first, send a letter. I'll put a link in the description to the website if you want to get there faster. But go ahead and mail them a letter. I would highly recommend do not put confidential information like your social security number on the letter. Name, full name, address, phone number, and maybe an email address, and let them contact you from that point on. But even at that, be careful because there may be scammers out there that are going to try to contact you and pretend and represent that it's calling from MoneyNetwork. Hopefully, the website will be updated and the phone menu system will be updated to reflect these issues, and that way there can be ways to resolve this issue faster, because there are hundreds and thousands of people with this issue of disposing their debit card before they even activated it. All right, so if this happened to you, I do apologize. It sucks. The IRS should have done a better job. For those of you that are still waiting to receive your stimulus check or debit card, remember, it's coming in a plain envelope, and on the front of the envelope it doesn't give much information. It only has the words MoneyNetwork Cardholder Services. Once again, that's MoneyNetwork Cardholder Services. That's the only thing that's printed on this plain envelope. Now, of course, you'll be able to tell there's like a plastic card or debit card or something in it. Open it up and it should have your debit card in there. There's also been many people that reported they received their debit card, but it comes with a wrong name, wrong last name. We're not quite sure what's going on. There's been many reports where it may have the correct first name but a different wrong last name. And they're saying that it may have to do with joint returns. However, they've been able to access and register their debit card. So what I would highly recommend, if you received your debit card and it comes in a wrong name, go ahead and attempt to activate it. It's going to ask you for the information, and I'll go over the details here in a few seconds. If you try to call the 800 number without activating the card first, you can't get through. So you need to activate the card. Then after you activate the card, then you can contact them and probably get them to send you out a new card if need be with the correct name on it. But I would highly recommend, after you activate the card, just transfer the funds if you have a bank account, so that way you don't have to keep using the card. One other thing, don't throw this card away after you transfer your money out or used up all the money. Keep this card on hand for future reference for down the line. I'd probably recommend keeping it for a few years. It's rumored that if we do receive a second stimulus payment, for the people that did receive this EIP card may receive it, the second stimulus payment on this card itself. We don't know. So you want to hold on to this card for at least a few years before you toss it in the trash and shred it. I'm going to talk about the process and the steps on how to activate your EIP card. In my previous video that I talked about the top 9 questions, I just briefly talked about activating the card, but I didn't go into great detail like I am now. When you receive your card, you'll need to call this 800 number. You'll need to provide them with the 16-digit number that appears on the card. So make sure you have your card handy. Once you give them the 16-digit number, it's going to ask you for the security code number that's on the back of the card. It's the 3-digit code. Give them that number. It's also going to ask you for the last 6 digits of your social security number. Many of you are probably saying, and I've read it throughout multiple different comments, why do I have to give them my social security number? However, it's one of those things that you have to do to verify that it's you, so that way somebody who possibly stole your card is not activating the card. So this is just a security measure, and the security measure is by entering your last 6 digits of your social security number. You'll need to create a 4-digit PIN. I know, one more PIN code that you have to remember along with all your other PIN codes. I would highly recommend you create a separate 4-digit PIN code specifically for this EIP card. Don't match it up with your other debit or credit cards. After you created your username and password, you'll need to authenticate yourself. You'll need to enter your email address. I know, more information you got to give them. Your PIN number. You'll need to enter your date of birth and the last 4 digits of your social security number. You'll need to verify your email that you received from them. So open up your email address, make sure it's a legitimate email address, click on the link that they have in that email so you can verify yourself. And then you'll need to enter your phone number with them. I know, once again, one more thing you have to give them on top of your social security number and your email address and everything else. After you completed all that, now you're able to add your banking information to be able to transfer your money out of that EIP card into your personal bank account or any other banking information that you have that has a routing number and a checking account number. Okay, so you'll need to log out, log back in with your information, and then add your banking information in there. After you add your banking information in there, save it and wait 24 hours before you attempt to do a transfer. Many people have reported after they've entered their banking information and try to submit for a transfer, it comes up with errors. There's been success with many people who've waited 24 hours after they added their banking information. So I would recommend wait 24 hours. After you waited 24 hours, go back in, start the process to transfer your money from that debit card to your bank account. It will only allow you to transfer up to $1,000 per transfer. Now, some people have had issues with $1,000 and more. So you could do $999, $995, transfer that. And you would have to set up multiple transactions in order to transfer your entire balance that you have. So if you got a $1,200 stimulus check, you would have to do $1,000 or under and then do a second one for the difference. If you received $2,400 stimulus, then you would have to just break it up until you reached all that dollar amount to transfer it out. That should alleviate and remove any errors transferring your money from the EIP card to your personal bank account. If you've had success with this, leave a comment down below. If you haven't had success with this, leave a comment down below to let us know. It lets the community know, and that way, hopefully, we all can figure out the best way to transfer our money out of our EIP card. The next question that I received from many people has to do with, well, what happens if I don't activate the card? Will I get a stimulus check in the mail? And as of right now, there are no reports that if you do not activate your prepaid card, you will get anything in the mail other than that one EIP card that was delivered to you. So I would recommend, if you receive the EIP card, activate it and transfer your money out, or withdraw it from an ATM machine. Do not just keep the card there without activating it, because who knows if and when the IRS will ever come around to send you out a paper stimulus check if you do not activate this card. This other question that I've been receiving quite a bit from many of you asking, will this EIP card affect my credit score or my FICO score? And the answer is no. This EIP card is not tied into your Social Security in that sense. It's not like a regular Visa card where they have to run your credit to make sure you're qualified for a certain amount. This is just strictly a stimulus debit card that has your money on there. So don't worry about it affecting your FICO score or affecting your credit score. It's not going to raise it up and it's not going to lower it. So that is a 100% no, don't worry about it. It will not affect your credit score. Thank you for watching my video. It really means a lot to me. I hope I answered most of your questions. If you have additional questions, you can feel free to leave a comment down below and I'll try to answer those in my next video. If you haven't watched my other video that I cover the top 9 questions in regards to the EIP card, watch those. It may answer more additional questions you have. Would you like to help me with something? I know there's a lot of other people out there that have questions in regards to the EIP card, and I would like to share this video with them. There's 2 ways we can do that. You can hit the like button so that way this video gets shared automatically through Facebook and also on YouTube. And then you could also share this with your friends and family by hitting the share button. I want to thank you in advance if you did that. It's very much appreciated. I know there's a lot of people out there that can use this information and it'll help them and save them a lot of time. If you would like to continue to receive additional information, think about subscribing to my community. You can click on the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so that way you're notified when new content has been released. You can also subscribe to my email newsletter and or follow me on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and also on Instagram. I want to thank you for spending your time with me. Be awesome, be fantastic, and be enthusiastic. Until the next video, we'll see you soon.